girl, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me. Hold on. Down with me, down with me, down with me. Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me. Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out South Street and shout out. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up, baby. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, put on the show. Kick off and go. I had to kick off. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Never cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. As soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my tall, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the fans, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off. Drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope from sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off.
It's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 55. We'll see Justin Herbert and the Atlanta Falcons versus Lamar Jackson and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, it's been 12 of the longest months ever since Super Bowl 54 took place downstate in Miami, and the world has certainly changed an awful lot in that time. But tonight, for a few hours, we bring the focus back to the greatest spectacle the sporting world has to offer. Super Bowl 55 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and what a matchup we have in store. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, I don't think too many folks around the NFL saw this one coming. This is a Jacksonville team that's had a lot of forgettable seasons, really since their arrival in the league. But now here they are making their first appearance on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They were close a few years ago, losing an AFC Championship game in New England. And early in their tenure, they got to an AFC Championship game. But you're right about the number of forgettable seasons. Here they are, one of 4 teams coming into this year. The Browns, the Texans, and the Lions, the other 3, that had never played in a Super Bowl. They've taken care of that now, and now they want to win this one.
Meanwhile, it wasn't too long ago that the Atlanta Falcons were in the Super Bowl, and that's one that Falcon fans want to forget, 2017 Super Bowl 51. But now they're back in the big game for the 3rd time in franchise history.
And there's no way we can get to this game without remembering a few of those details of that last Super Bowl appearance. They were up 28-3. Ended up losing in overtime to New England. Give them a ton of credit for putting that game behind them, getting back to the Super Bowl so soon. That shows a lot of character for this franchise.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Again, Herbert. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
3rd and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Going deep downfield for Rowe. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 6-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Marlon Mack.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Paris Campbell now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, here's Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and they get on top of you in a heartbeat.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down by...
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Two minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
The man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
That'll be caught by Cup. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Cooper Kupp.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the 2nd half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that is Allen, still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Jackson. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard.
The ball carrier.
Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. J.J. Watt, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He dumps this off to Mack. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This goes to Mack on the check down.
Complete to
one thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackler.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On first down, Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Jones. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Ronald Jones with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. To Boyle here over the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A fumble on the play.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Dumps this one off to Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown Jacksonville. Marquise Lee there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it.
Onside kick recovered by the Jaguars.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the...
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Got the connection here to Bourne. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, Herbert. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different. So I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did it get up? I done got rich again just to let it go. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we called her the rhythm, she called. And that's how you kick it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? Different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light years to catch my buzz. These right here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. I just what's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
I remember sleeping with my ribs